All right, Andy, we're coming out of week 3's action. Let's talk about some wide receivers for people who out there are hurting. Bye weeks are coming up. It's a good time to start beefing up that bench with some wide receiver pickups. Give us your first guy this week.
Yeah, I got to start with Romeo Dobbs, rookie for the Green Bay Packers. He was a bit of a part-time player for a couple of weeks, but due to desperate need, right? No Sammy Watkins, no Christian Watson. He had to play basically all of the snaps in week 3. He was excellent. He caught all of his targets. He was the featured receiver for that team. He's now tied to Aaron Rodgers. He's developing rapport with Aaron Rodgers. Rodgers can put the ball wherever it needs to be. Dobbs looks good. His hands are great. He's separating. And this is the one guy out there on the waiver wire at receiver who I think can legitimately emerge as a wide receiver 1 for his team. So I think Dobbs needs to get picked up pretty much everywhere. He is currently available in about 75% of Yahoo leagues.
That's a good call by you. Really like what we've seen so far from Romeo Dobbs, of course, extension from the offseason as well. I'll nominate Michael Gallup, who did not make his season debut in week 3, but honestly, I think that's probably for the best. Like when we saw Chris Godwin roll out there after a torn ACL in week 1 and immediately get hurt right away, it made me feel good that even Michael Gallup laughed off the idea of him being out there for week 1. So Gallup, though, when he gets back, whether that's week 4, week 5, whatever, we know he's coming into a big role. Dallas could really use help at the wide receiver position. His return will probably at least closely intersect with Dak Prescott's return as well. And I think we forget how good Michael Gallup is. Like, I think this guy at his best was like a 1B type of receiver for the Dallas Cowboys as a pure vertical X receiver. If he's out there on your waiver wire and you can stash him, I certainly would advise stashing him because I think he could give you potentially like flex worthy play every single week when he gets back and this offense starts humming a little more than it has so far.
Yeah, it's a good call. He's also got a 1,000-yard receiving season on his resume. So we're not even asking him to do something that he's never done before. We're not expecting, some new level of performance. One other name that I'll throw out there is Isaiah McKenzie, who's still available in about 60% of Yahoo leagues. Coming off a 9-target game, 7 catches, his second touchdown of the season. He's just a free share of Buffalo's offense, and Buffalo's offense is something that you're going to want to be tied to over the course of the season. When we get into the bye weeks, we're going to be ranking McKenzie as a startable wide receiver, and again, to most of you, he's available out there at no cost right now.
Yeah, getting attached to Buffalo's offense, that's pretty smart. Listening to Andy Behrens' waiver claim advice, that is very smart. Make sure to check us out on the Yahoo Fantasy Football Forecast for our full waiver wire episode. Go grab these guys and win your fantasy league already.